Hey, what's up? Sometime last year, I uploaded a video that's called Shaving Everything with a Safety Razor. It's been incredibly popular, has now over 100,000 views, and I keep getting questions about shaving with a safety razor. And in today's video, I figured I'm going to answer some commonly asked questions. And this is going to be part 1. There are so many questions that I figured it's probably best to split it into 2 videos. Now, as for me, I've been using a safety razor for almost 3 years now, so it's been a minute that I started using it, and I'm absolutely loving it. I've shaved pretty much everything with it. I've shaved my legs, I've shaved my pubic hair, I've shaved my armpits. The only areas that I haven't shaved is my face. I don't shave my face. My head, because I don't have a shaved head, and my arms. I don't shave my arms, and that being said, I do rarely shave these days. The only area that I shave on a regular basis are my armpits. This is the razor. This is the razor that I've used now for 3 years. It served me well, and I highly recommend it. Now let's get into the questions. Is it hard to transition from a conventional razor to a safety razor? Now, my transition was fairly quick. I was simply sick and tired of using conventional razors. I was spending way too much money on blades, and they got nasty way too quickly. It was also an incredible waste of plastic. Those conventional razor heads are oftentimes really big, and I just no longer wanted to deal with it, really. And the minute I heard about safety razors, I looked a bit into it, I ordered one, and then I just started shaving with it. So I didn't really have a transition period. I simply threw out my previous razor because, again, the blade was dull, was no longer working. I wasn't planning on buying any more blades for it, threw it out, and started using my safety razor. It wasn't difficult at all. In fact, I have had a much greater experience with this one than with all the conventional razors that I've used in the past. I used to cut myself very often, I used to bleed a lot, and with the safety razor that I'm using, I haven't had any of these issues, and I'm really loving it. If it's your very first time trying out a safety razor, make sure to set aside enough time, take it easy, and go slow. What razor are you using? Now, I've been asked this particular question a whole bunch. I'm using the Merkur 23C long handle razor. I'm going to link it down below. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. Now, the next question is, in my opinion, a very important one, because some of you commented that you weren't aware of this, which is why I want to mention it in this video again. Are safety razors more expensive than conventional razors? No, they aren't. They are way cheaper than conventional razors. It's ridiculous. My razor, the one that you see here, was roughly $30. And as I said earlier, I bought it 3 years ago, and it's pristine. It looks almost brand spanking new. At the beginning of my journey 3 years ago, I bought 100 blades for $15. The razor that I got for $30 will probably outlive me. Safety razors are known to last a really long time, and some of you commented that people in your life have had their safety razors for as long as 30 years. So while $30 may seem like a lot, it actually isn't, because it's going to last you forever. And as far as the blades are concerned, I'm using Astra blades. I will link them down below. It's just that they're no longer available from the site that I bought them from, so I'm not sure where you can get them. I'm really happy with the blades, highly recommend them. And as I said, I got 100 of them for just $15, My recommendation would be to definitely buy them in bulk because you get such great deals when you buy them in huge quantities. Now on to the next question. This is also a very popular one. How long does one blade last? Now, as always, whenever I get this question, I simply respond with saying something along the lines of, it depends on your usage. How long one blade is going to last you is totally dependent on how often you use the razor and in which areas you're using it. I don't shave a lot. I shave my armpits about 2 times a week, and several times a year I shave my legs, maybe 2 times a year, 3 times a year, 5 times a year, I don't know. Not that often. And a blade lasts me for months. If you shave more often than that, then of course it's not going to last you as long. How long a blade is going to last you is totally dependent on you. The next one is also a really important question actually. Are all safety razors the same, and how do you know which one to buy? No, they're not all the same. You have double-edged safety razors. You have one blade here where you can shave with this side and this side. Both sides of the razor are just as sharp. And then you have single edge razors where you just have one side that you can shave with. And then you have long handle razors. And mine is a long handle razor. As you can see, this part is fairly long. And then you have short handle razors where the handle is a little shorter. It's probably more like this. So no, they're not all the same. And how do you know which one to buy? Well, it really depends on your preference. I went with a long handle razor because I was thinking, oh well, I'm probably gonna shave my legs with it every once in a while, and it's just easier to do that with a long handle one. At least I perceive it as easier as opposed to with a shorter handle. And it can also depend on the areas that you like to shave and how you like to shave those areas. Again, at the end of the day, it really is personal preference. Just read up on it, look at other razors that you've used in the past. What did you like about them? What did you not like about them? And based on that, choose a razor with a short handle or a long handle and a single or a double-edged razor. This was also a very popular question that lots of you asked actually. Can you use regular shaving cream with it? Yes, of course you can use regular shaving cream with it. Some of you have said that you use cast-style soap to shave, and I personally use a plain bar of natural soap, meaning I always check that my soaps only contain oils. If a company mentions it, lye, as well as essential oils and clays and whatnot. I don't want anything else in my soap. I've made my own soaps in the past. I know what goes into a soap. So if you use shaving cream, soap, or something else, just make sure that the ingredients that it contains are good for you, because most shaving creams that I looked at have pretty nasty ingredients, and I therefore simply recommend double checking that whatever you're using has ingredients that are actually good for you. And the last question is, can I use coconut oil for shaving? Now, if you've used coconut oil for shaving in the past, then continue using it. I personally have no experience with shaving with coconut oil. That being said, I've read on blogs that people do use coconut oil. Again, just give it a go. Just see how you like it. Whenever I do shave, I like a good lather, and coconut oil wouldn't give me that, which is why I use a plain bar of natural soap. If you enjoy shaving with coconut oil though, then continue shaving with it. This was it for episode number 1, and in part 2 I will dive deeper into which areas you can shave and how it is to travel with carry-on with a safety razor. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and please, if you are using a safety razor, share your experience down below. It's going to be incredibly helpful to anyone reading your comment. Have a lovely day and see you next time.